name of Cal Gedban, 43, sadly took his own life on Sunday, September 28th. He was a highly ranked police officer in Ottawa. He was found in his office and is believed that he shot himself. Gedban is survived by his wife and 3 children. But even more devastating, this isn't the end. Ottawa police intervened in another incident also on Sunday. A veteran officer threatened to hurt himself. He has now been taken care of in a hospital. This relates to civics because this is only starting to become a problem in the OPP police. This is our government's responsibility and it should be taken care of.
On September 26, 2014, Ottawa residents take an aerial tour for $40 to support a local charity. This relates to civics because it involves the community coming together as more active and informed citizens.
This week, for your National Weekly News Update, on Thursday, September 25th at about 7:50 p.m. in Newfoundland, an 11-year-old boy was stabbed by a 19-year-old man named Nicholas Lehman. The boy was at a soccer skills camp when he was stabbed, with over 100 people at the field. The man fled from the scene and was arrested shortly after in a car nearby. Mayor Ken MacDonald said in an interview later on, "It's hard to believe that an 11-year-old boy could provoke or do something to an individual to have him do this." He said, "It makes you wonder." Mayor Ken MacDonald sent his thoughts and prayers with the family of the victim. He also said later on in an interview, "It could have been much more serious." He said, "I do understand the individual is in the hospital. He lost quite a bit of blood and is still in serious but stable condition." Nicholas Lehman was in court on Friday in St. John's, Newfoundland, and was charged with aggravated assault and assault with a weapon. This relates to civics because everyone has the right to feel safe and secure. I'd think so, knowing that you're living in the same neighborhood.
My co-anchor to give you a small weather report. Polly, what would you say?
I'd say it's about chilly.
Yeah? It's a nice evening to go for a walk, actually. Sky's looking pretty nice and pink, and our local farmer's out tonight. And oh, here he comes now.
In provincial news, a 17-year-old student was killed in St. Catharines, Ontario, Friday the 26th of September. The student attended Beamsville Secondary School and was on a co-op placement when he was hit by a front-end loader at the recycling yard. Police are not releasing the boy's name on the family's request. This relates to civics because he was hit by another person on the working site and is being investigated. He was not supposed to be working yet, but being trained at the school.
In local news, on September 23, 2014, a 34-year-old woman, mentally ill, was rushed to the hospital after being found lying on the 401, going towards Gananoque. This relates to civics because in the Charter of Rights, it states that we all have to be treated with equality, even with a mental disability.
For your Global Weekly News Update, on Wednesday, September 24th, an Iraq War veteran broke into the White House with 800 rounds of ammunition, a machete, and 2 hatchets in his car parked nearby. The U.S. Secret Service has the job of protecting the president and his family. Now they have upped the security with some guards holding weapons and some holding guard dogs. Also, a waist-high barricade was built surrounding some of the pavement in the area. The man who broke in, Omar J. Gonzalez, was previously arrested in the state of Virginia for having dangerous weapons in his vehicle. When he was found, he had a map in his car with the White House circled on it. Luckily, before the break-in on Friday, the president and his family were already gone for their Camp David country retreat. The man was almost immediately surrounded when he walked through the doors of the White House, but people were instantly curious as to why the front doors were unlocked. President Obama said, "The Secret Service does a great job, and I'm grateful for the sacrifices they make on my behalf and my family's behalf." But spokesman John Ernest said the president was obviously concerned about the incident. If the man is found guilty, he will serve 10 years in prison. This relates to civics because everyone has the right to feel safe and secure, especially in their own home. You'd think that this man would be smart enough not to break into the White House, one of the most known buildings in the world, but apparently not.
In provincial news, Brooklyn Honda Ridge was found after an overnight search on September 28, 2014. She was found near a cornfield, a hike away from the farm that she lives on. She was 2 years old and was just wandering around when her parents lost track of her. She was found crying and was very happy to be home. She is in amazing medical condition and will be okay. This relates to civics because the community got together and formed a search party for Brooklyn. I am here with Brooklyn and her brother Drew, and I'm here to discuss Brooklyn's disappearance. How are you, Brooklyn?
Good.
How are you, Drew?
I'm relieved.
It's good. So I was just wondering if I could ask you some questions. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's not fine.
Okay, good. So where were you at the time of her disappearance?
I was in my tractor doing some farm work, and where she was last playing in her little sandbox, she wasn't there, so I started to panic.
Okay, so how are you feeling when she was found?
I felt relieved that I know she did too, because she was gone for the short period of time that she was, and that really upset me because she wasn't there, and it just kind of got lonely with my little snuggles.
Okay, so I have some questions for you, Brooklyn. Is that okay? All right, good. So what were you thinking about when you ran away?
I just wanted to go find some scarecrows in the cornfield.
Okay, and how did you feel when the scarecrows weren't there?
I felt really scared because it was all dark with corn trees.
Corn trees, huh? That's a new one.
She's homeschooled.
Okay, so Brooklyn, how are you feeling when you were found?
Good. I got to go home and see my little guinea pig named Penny.
Penny the guinea pig. Good, good. All right. Thank you guys for being here today,
Thank you too.
and I hope you guys have a safe and wonderful life.
Okay, let's go. We got to go. Come on.
For local news, on September 29, 2014, a local Brockville man cut up and sold the church bells of our former Trinity Anglican Church. He sold these two bells for $70,000 because he wanted to revive the church and become closer to God. This is destroying a part of a religious history. This relates to civics because everybody is entitled to their religion without any discrimination.
On Wednesday, September 24th, Leonardo DiCaprio was awarded with the award of the International Guardian of Peace and Bringer of Quietness. Along with this, he got the invite to say a speech at the Climate Change Summit in New York. Leonardo DiCaprio and Barack Obama both said speeches at the event about climate. This relates to civics because the Green Party is pushing for the Charter of Right for everyone to have the right to live in a clean and safe environment. Also, I think this will raise more awareness on what is going on in our environment and make people more active citizens.
Parents.